National weather impacts. Monday, December 8th, 2025. Good morning. Today's national weather picture is shaped by a series of fast-moving systems, strong gradients, and mesoscale features that produce sharply contrasting operational impacts from coast to coast. Along the Pacific Northwest coast and through the Cascades, an intense atmospheric river continues to produce heavy rain, frequent gusts, and widespread MVFR to IFR conditions. Pilots operating in and around Seattle, Portland, and Lowland terminals should anticipate persistent rainfall, gusts to 30 to 40 knots at key airports, and elevated hydrologic hazards including river flooding, landslides, and localized runoff issues affecting both approaches and departures. Terrain-induced turbulence and slope winds will compound operational complexity, requiring attention to crosswind components during arrivals to valley and coastal airports. Across the southern Atlantic seaboard and Florida, a pair of frontal passages is producing scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms this afternoon. These convective episodes may briefly lower ceilings to MVFR at major terminals, while localized gusts could challenge ground operations and short-haul rotations. Post-frontal northerly flow will eventually reestablish drier conditions and improve visibility, though small craft operations and coastal departures should remain alert to elevated seas and gusty winds along inshore corridors. Meanwhile, a shortwave trough over the southeast and Tennessee Valley is producing light morning rain ahead of a sharp cold front, which will usher in northwest winds by afternoon, affecting light aircraft and regional rotations while gradually improving ceilings to MVFR or VFR. From the mid-Atlantic into the northeast, building high pressure is producing generally dry, stable VFR conditions, with light winds prevailing across metro terminals. Cold surface temperatures will persist overnight, though daytime operations remain largely unaffected. The Midwest and Great Lakes are influenced by a progressive clipper system, bringing the potential for light snow, freezing drizzle, and brief icing in shallow layers. Localized IFR or LLIFR ceilings may develop during pre-dawn hours near the I-80 corridor, requiring careful monitoring for rapid changes in visibility and short-term disruptions to early morning departures. Over the central Rockies and Front Range, steep pressure gradients are generating strong cross-barrier winds, producing damaging gusts along foothills and gusty conditions spilling into urban corridors. Ground handling, short-haul rotations, and light aircraft operations will need to account for sudden wind shifts and potential turbulence near departure and arrival paths. High Plains airports will see increasing southwest to west winds through the day, and tactical attention to gusts is recommended. Southern California and the coastal Southwest remain largely dry under a broad ridge, though Santa Ana-type offshore winds may produce gusty canyon and valley conditions overnight and into early morning. Coastal low clouds or late-night fog are possible at major terminals, but overall icing and convective threats are minimal. Operational priorities for today focus on several narrow but high-impact windows: heavy rain and gusty wind effects in the Pacific Northwest, frontal-induced MVFR and brief thunderstorms across Florida and the Southeast, gust-driven turbulence along the Rockies and Front Range, and fragile freezing gusty icing conditions in the Midwest during morning hours. Flight crews should ensure alternate fuel planning for affected hubs. Monitor terminal TAFS for short-lived MV VFR/IFR, and anticipate gusty ground winds in mountainous or coastal corridors.